What is up, everyone? This is Mike, and it's another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mike, I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we got Dominion with the opinion.
I'm back. I'm on a part-time schedule.
Yep, Brock Lesnar style.
That's it.
Then he goes to hunt some deer, and then he'll come back next year. Deer venison is very heavy.
Contract.
Venison is very heavy. Once you eat it, you go to sleep. You sleep for hours. You sleep for years.
Yeah, how much venison do you think Braun Strowman eats?
A whole
Does
deer.
he hunt?
Yes, you don't see him hunting.
No.
I think he has to eat like shit. I think he eat a whole deer in one sitting.
Wow.
I would not want to watch that. Nah.
It'd be bloody.
Did you guys ever check out Heavy Machinery's page?
No,
they were
I
together?
should have, shouldn't I?
Yes,
Damn.
the
Yeah.
bar. He used to grill steaks all the damn time. It made me hungry all the damn time.
I mean, listen, Baron Corbin is enough, man. I can't.
Baron's fucking skilled too.
I know.
He's getting really good. Oh man. Anyway, this is the Wrestling Babble podcast. This is our weekly podcast that we do by Wrestling Inc. Today we are gonna go over the news right now. WWE denies Andrade's release.
How can they do that to the man? Let that man go.
I think he's him, Alex the Black. Those are two those are two especially ones that hit us more because we were fans of them. We really enjoyed them. I even like Andrade when he first came in. Even he was that cheesy little pimp.
You know that the with the lederhosen in the hat. Yes.
Yeah. I actually liked that because I thought he was skilled, and I knew what I was getting from Andrade because I knew his Japan work before there. But Alex
Can I ask
the Black,
a serious question though?
yeah.
What is Andrade's worth without Celina Vega? Because he can't really carry a promo. He doesn't really entertain. He doesn't make you want to watch him fight unless he's just actually wrestling. But the problem is that he does a lot of the same moves that a lot of people do now. So you need somebody to make him stand out.
Yeah. I feel like you could have easily put a new mouthpiece on him. Sadly, I think Celina and him were a perfect match. But
but they never got going.
But I feel like they did especially when Heyman was writing Raw. Like Celina ran the show a few times and had like more Stevie time than anybody. But it also goes to a point that you have to have them win matches, and that was the bad thing. Is the fact that they lost so many matches within that group. When even Austin Theory was with them, remember that?
Yeah.
That was a big problem because you were the one that reported that there was not a lot of talent there, so they kept rerunning them back out there. I guess.
Yeah.
So it got kind of stale with watching them.
Yeah. But honestly, like pandemic times is like a whole different thing because again, you limit it to people you can have in the building, so you limit to the talents. And usually, at the time they were recording twice, so they were recorded 2 Raws at once. So yeah, you always got the same rotation of people, and sometimes you could honestly, I think you could have got more creative with it, but also it goes into like, say for instance, you have a tag team, so those are 2 people you need and another 2 people you need. Then you go to the singles people that you have, but there's again, it's a 3-hour show. I feel like there's a lot of ways you could have added more talent to it, but I don't know. I don't work right there.
So they denied his release and they denied Aleister Black's release, right?
Yeah, because I think Black's contract ends in May, and I think his Andrade's ends around June, July. I feel like Andrade will somehow find TV time before July because of Charlotte.
You know, there's got to be some more in-depth story to why he's not on TV. You're not on TV for a reason.
So
I think they see less that they can do with him, with his language barrier, than they could with somebody like Shinsuke. Because listen, when it comes to getting a point across, it's not that hard. But I think they just feel less confident. My thing is, I see them trying to capitalize on demographics right now with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, and I'm like, you could just have a rivalry with this talent who can speak the same language as them. They don't have to be from the same place, but that could make it compelling is that they are from different places and they at least understand each other, and you get invested in that. But hey, they don't see that.
But look at Angel Garza. Angel Garza is a perfect example. Like, he's just used as a jobber, and Angel Garza speaks good English.
I know. But
he has a look, and he's a good looking dude. It was like, I'm surprised y'all not using him or capitalizing on him. He could easily be your Alberto Del Rio right now of that character, just because he has the look and he has the skill.
But he's another thing where I feel he's gonna. I'll just come out bluntly and say it. He's already been run into the ground, even though he wasn't there for a while. So we were talking about last year when we said it was heavy pandemic times in the PC. And when they had no choice because they let so many people go as well. Yeah. To run him and Andrade back and forth. Now, how is it this year? Things have gotten better. They're in the Thunderdome. He was gone for a good while. He just recently came back. I don't think he was injured. So he just came back, was in all those backstage things. Remember, wearing the suit. Yeah. And then he came to the ring and they ran him into the mud within the span of like 3 weeks against Damian Priest. That's why I'm saying you can have variety. It's not the heavy pandemic. It's not the super limited space. Yeah. So you can have a better rotation. They just don't see it.
There's also other ways you could easily done this too. Like Angel Garza, put him and Andrade back together.
And
you need tag teams.
That's a decent idea because the tag team division is thin.
What Raw tag teams besides New Day and Hurt Business that's on Raw besides and Lucha House Party?
Well, we talked about this. Remember we said if Lucha House Party loses a match, the probability of them ending up in a title match is still high. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
They go back to the rotation.
Yeah, if it's only 3 of y'all, well, we gonna fight you again because we got to, right?
Yeah, I feel like at least you need at least 4, maybe 5 established tag teams in the 4th division. Like, you don't need so many, but you need at least 5 in one show. So like you have New Day, you have Lucha House Party, you have the Hurt Business. Add Ricochet, Alex Black, add Andrade and Angel Garza. Boom, tag team division.
Good.
That's a good tag team division too.
You're right though.
I'm gonna add one last comment on the whole Andrade thing. I know this is not a conspiracy podcast, but who is not on TV anymore? Aleister Black, Andrade, Angel Garza is very rarely used, and Humberto Carrillo. What do they all have in common?
The Mexican.
Nope. They were all in relation with Celina Vega.
Yeah. Well, Humberto not really.
No, but if you think about it,
he was in the rivalry with them.
Humberto is Angel Garza's cousin, and Celina Vega managed him. That's what I'm saying. See, not a conspiracy pod, just something to think about.
Yeah, Celina. Yeah, but I think it's Angel and Andrade. I'll say more, but Humberto was the rivalry. He was the one that was trying to fight them all the time.
Okay, so do y'all know if Humberto's been on Main Event at least?
Yes,
because I remember he came back a little bit recently.
Yeah, he is. He got bigger hair. He got bigger.
That's what I'm saying. But he had facial hair when he came back, and then we didn't see him again. So
he gained like 20 pounds.
Okay.
Like he got bigger, like brolic. Like I was like, oh shit. And then also Humberto's not. He's a tall dude. He's not short.
Yeah, he was never really
like
small.
At least 6'2". He's like 6'1", 6'2". So compared to like Andrade is like 5'10". So you think about it, like he could actually build himself to a heavyweight if he wanted to. But Humberto was on TV. I think it was, again, no one really watches Main Event, but you could get some gems in Main Event. And I think him and Ricochet had a match, I think, recently on Main Event.
But I think they suffer from the your English is too bad. We have nothing for you.
Yeah, honestly, Andrade, you could just have him curse in Spanish, and I'll be all for it. Just me.
Again. You could. There's simple things though. Yeah. There's simple, non-racist things you can do to get somebody with a language barrier. Like, how is Oscar like one of the most liked people because she doesn't speak very good English at all.
She's funny.
But that's what I'm saying though, is like when you get them, if you let these people develop some type of other characteristic that transcends just you opening your mouth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? there's potential there, but just no, they don't see it. They don't see it.
Yeah. And honestly, like, for a fact they're not gonna bring him back to NXT, which both of them asked, between him and Alex, they're asked to go back to NXT, and they were like, no.
Which is very just it that seems almost mean because they were both former NXT champions.
Yo, straight up, who does not want to see Andrade versus Balor or like in an NXT in an NXT environment, or Alex Black versus Balor?
Yeah, exactly.
I 100% want to see that shit. I would honestly also the them canceling Worlds Collide this year. It was supposed to be a Worlds Collide. Alex Black was supposed to fight Walter.
Man, but do you know if? Oh well, Devlin kind of opened the gates for that because like the travel. I'm assuming they could get Walter.
It's easier to I have a feeling that Walter is gonna have a match at the Takeover.
Okay.
So we're gonna see that anyway. But yeah, Andrade is sad that he's actually released and not granting it. I actually would like to see Andrade still use his talent. I will say Impact or New Japan. I do not want AEW just because AEW is crowded.
He needs to go back to New Japan. He needs to go back to New Japan.
Yeah. And then also because New Japan is working with ROH again, they had those two skin factions. He could be like the leader of both.
Well, I mean, he could just go hang back with his boy,
and
Tranquilo it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So
they have the creators together.
But the whole thing is also remember, even over there, his skill was given the chance to shine. He doesn't speak Japanese like that, as far as I know.
No.
But he didn't have a manager like that over there.
No.
But he was allowed. That's what I'm saying. It's the type of product they put on. You don't have to speak the language if you can do the damn work, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he needs to go somewhere where that's just the methodology. You can't. They want entertainers here, so
yeah. Last thing, any last things about this?
Nope, free Andrade.
All right, free Andrade.
Yes.
All right.
And I would like to see him go to NXT. That's it.
NXT. Again, I will say like the world needs tag teams. Put him and Garza back. Tell them they patch things up. It's all fine. I'm fine with that. Because Raw needs tag teams. I love the New Day. And go money. New Day, Hurt Business is gonna be a good match, and then like that, most likely New Day's gonna take the titles again.
Oh, guess what? We forgot about another tag team. Mark, we forgot about Retribution.
I don't even fucking that right. Let's not talk about that right now. I have more to say about that, but it's you have two tag teams in there. You can easily pair two people up, and still nothing. Anyway, nothing. All right. WWE Raw. I guess we go into the weekend wrestling. Monday Night Raw started off with The Miz and Bobby Lashley and his new fancy theme. Well, not really a theme because it's the same theme. It's just it had an intro.
Yeah.
There you go. That's an intro.
So now he went from boss to final boss. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
He went to like Super Bison.
Oh, he's a chunky one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't jump.
They fuck you up. I thought the match was fine. I was actually surprised they gave Miz that much offense in this match. I thought it was just gonna be a fucking ass whooping and a half, and that's it.
I just thought it was funny.
Poor Miz.
he just got murdered. Regardless of what he did, he still got murdered.
I wanted Miz to keep the title, to be honest with you, but I'm fine with Lashley taking it. Let's see where he goes with it.
I agree. This was at least entertaining, right? It wasn't. This sucks. Nah, it was okay.
Yeah. Me?
The thing that stood out for me in the match is the commentary by Tom Phillips. I don't know. I get hype every time that somebody runs towards Bobby Lashley and he picks them up with that, that one-handed spike slam. That Tom Phillips goes, "Oh my God!" I don't know. That's one of the best things to me on Raw.
Bobby Lashley retains the title. We got a segment with Shane McMahon, Ridicules, Braun Strowman. I really don't care for this whatsoever.
The one thing I saw before I saw Raw was people talking about that was the weirdest promo they've ever seen. But after I watched it, I just thought it was hilarious. That's all I could think of. It was just like, why is Shane going through this much trouble to be such a dick? And that's all I could think.
Yeah. Because he is a dick.
Yeah.
And this segment was the reason why I watched the Hulu version.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yep.
This is the reason why. That was horrible.
Yeah. I'm guessing they putting Shane McMahon as that Taker fight at Mania now.
I guess.
Like that match, is just gonna be like ridiculous, and he's gonna take a big bump. I think that's Shane McMahon now. Like Taker's not wrestling no more, so you need that marquee match that you're always gonna see at Mania. I think he's gonna be the match.
My problem is, unless they're gonna have Braun Strowman destroy a building that Shane McMahon is standing on top of, I don't really care.
You don't throw him off the shit.
No, Braun Strowman's gonna be on the ground floor. Shane's gonna run upstairs to the roof, and Braun Strowman's just gonna punch it and it's gonna fall down. That's the type of stuff I need.
Yeah.
From Braun Strowman right now, because nothing is making me go,
yeah,
I don't care.
Good match, but I feel like they've been kind of running this too fast, and the fact that they are going to fight at the pay-per-view kind of is drawing out for me. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, no DQ match.
It was a good match, but
how DQ match ends in a no contest?
But Merc, why at the end of the match did they look like two little kids running at each other with like garbage cans on their heads?
That's what I thought about. I thought about The Simpsons when Lisa thought she was getting stupid, and then you see Bart and Homer running each other with the fucking pots on their heads.
Yeah,
that's what I saw. I like the match. I like their physicality. I love what they do in the ring. It's just that, again, we saw this last week as well. So it was like, now you're just repeating matches. And honestly, you do not have to have this match. We've seen that they're going to fight next pay-per-view.
Agree.
So this could have just been a fucking brawl or like a promo, and that's it. And then you go into the pay-per-view with the fight instead of having back-to-back fights and you just hurting your fucking talent.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. This is another reason why I watched Hulu.
Yeah. Like, the match was good. No, yes. Like, honestly, you're going to get a hell of a match.
Fantastic.
But, again, it goes to a point that, okay, I'm getting this match 3 times. Why would I want to watch the pay-per-view now if I've seen this for free on TV?
What are they going to do next? Are they going to stab each other? Are they going to shoot each
Last
other?
man standing.
Because I'm just saying, I'm just saying, after what they've been putting each other through this entire time, and it's been escalating, it's like, well... No, it's gonna be Fit Finley on the pole match.
Fit Finley on the pole. Poor Fit. He's too old to be on a pole.
But who gets him down, they're gonna win the match because he's gonna cheat. Come on.
Shillelagh on the pole match.
I'm telling you, it goes back to when I said that I truthfully believe that the lack of live events is the reason why they keep giving us these same rematches over and over again. But it's just not working for TV. It's just not.
Yeah. Because it's repetition. But then again, honestly, to be honest, like, Raw done this way before the pandemic.
I don't remember this much.
Yeah, they ran they ran a lot of the same matches like weekly if for quite some time. You remember how many times Balor and Bobby Lashley fought within a month lifespan? They fought almost every single Raw.
Yeah.
So I remember this was KO versus Sami Zayn a lot too.
Yeah. But they always fight. Even now, like, they
Baron
go
Corbin
and fight
versus Seth Rollins a lot.
Yeah, Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins, and they never ended it. The Elias and Baron Corbin shit. Well, that was during pandemic, so I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Yeah. We also got a lot of shit with the Rey Mysterio, and we just wanted that to die. So he has his eye back.
I mean, just in time for his new Elite.
Right. I'm mad they didn't make an Elite with the patch tie.
Missed opportunity for that to be a chase figure. Yeah.
Right? Just the one patch tie. Xavier Woods defeats Shelton Benjamin. I actually liked the match. I was happy Xavier won. I don't give a damn. Those suits are fucking fire.
Shout outs to the Sub-Zero slide. I saw it.
Sub-Zero Scorpion. Oh, man. That shit was fucking dope. Honestly, I want the New Day to win the tag titles just because they're going to wear those suits. Funny
thing. How short was this match?
It was actually, it had some time.
Really?
It had at least 10 minutes.
No, the Hulu version didn't have this.
No, it didn't. And it was a good match. Very fun match. Yeah. That's the thing. You miss out on gems with the Hulu one. Because they take out big title picture stuff. So basically, like Bobby Lashley's match is going to be there. Drew and Sheamus is going to be there. Xavier Jansen, seen as a tag title, not going to be there. But yeah, it was a really good match. Really good seeing Xavier getting a singles win. They are fighting for the tag titles next Monday on Raw. I have a feeling New Day is actually just going to take back the tag titles just because New Day is one of your best tag teams to have. So basically, you're going to put the titles back on them. That's the way it's going to be. And if they're wearing the Mortal Kombat suits, I'm all for
it. Why not?
Yeah. Because I honestly, like, as much as Hurt Business, yeah, they all have the titles and stuff like that, you're not seeing much off the tag teams now. And that's not even on their fault. That's just how they're fucking booking them.
Yeah, the last match, remember, was a Shane gimmick thing.
Yeah.
So that's how few tag teams they have for these guys to fight when they have to make Braun Strowman and Adam Pearce a tag team. I'm
just saying, Alex the Black, Ricochet, Andrade. Those are 2 tag teams you could easily put. You can even match them.
Mix and match? Okay.
Match them up. Like I honestly, that's one thing I actually like when I like seeing tag teams like like mixed, like look alike. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Like I grew up with Heart Foundation being one of my favorite tag teams, so they always dressed alike. They have the pink leather jackets and shit like that. So I like when a tag team is unified like that. Anyway, Riddle defeats Slapjack. Like I'm not surprised because everyone beats Slapjack.
It was a good match though. I'm not gonna lie. Like Shane Thorne doesn't get enough credit for at least having. Well, they mentioned it on commentary, but when you think him and you think Slapjack, you don't get to give him his credit because he's a man in the mask that doesn't have his name anymore.
Yeah.
But his offense is like it's not that crazy. I don't want to just say it to disparage it, but it's not that crazy indie offense. It's just stuff you've never seen before. I'm like, damn. He does some slick shit.
Yeah, he does.
He did some slick stuff. So
it was a good match. Next week you're gonna get Mustafa Ali versus Riddle for the U.S. title.
If he don't win, what was it all for? I don't care if Riddle just got it. I'm just saying. Can you just dismantle Retribution? If Mustafa Ali loses, dismantle Retribution because the way he's been going on and carrying on and slapping him in the head every time they lose. If he loses, it's over.
Yeah.
It needs to be. Come on.
Yeah. Scott Steiner didn't like that shit.
No. He never does.
No, he does. Did you get to see this match, Minion?
I'm currently watching it right now on YouTube.
Yeah. It was a good match. It was a good athletic match.
I'm telling you, I didn't see any of these things on Hulu. Nothing.
Yeah. I told you, they skip out of the big non-big picture matches. Sometimes
Riddle
you get
dressed
good
like
gems.
Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
After that, you got Nia Jax and Bazer defeating Naomi and Lana in a WWE Women's Tag Team tag match.
Yeah, and I wasn't mad. It's just, I wouldn't have been mad if they lost. I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is the thing. Is like you're building. You try to start building a tag team, and it's got the momentum, and then you just. I think you prematurely give them the title shot and have them lose. So now they're back in the drawing board in our minds.
Also, this was unfortunately, this match was further building of a different storyline anyway because it was building of the Reginald storyline.
Yeah.
So they were sacrificed to further Reginald's career.
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw a phantom butt, a flying butt. I don't know what to call that move.
You talking about the move that Naomi does?
Yeah, she did a phantom one. Like she completely missed Shayna Baszler.
She farted in her face.
Yeah, it was like a air.
Yeah, powerful air.
Yeah, the powerfulest. Anyway, anything on this match, Minion?
No, I'm just kind of tired of what they're doing with that division, with the tag team division.
Yeah. I feel like
when it first was announced, it was like really, really like it was looking up. It was looking promising. Yeah. And then once I think Sasha and Bayley lost the tag titles and they split the Iconics, it's like That whole thing is it's a big mess. It's a clusterfuck.
The sad thing is they actually had some decent tag teams that you wanted to watch, and I think they did not take advantage of the brand. You could go to any brand for that title. I think that was like one of the things that hurt the women's tag team championships. Period, is the fact that they never really fully took advantage of it until Sasha and Bayley won the titles.
You know, my biggest gripe is how they murdered the Riot Squad.
Yeah,
they consistently either broke them apart. Then the girl got let go, so then that's -1.
and she had a bit.
Then they have the two of them in so many singles matches, right?
Yeah,
and then they just lose,
just to put them back together to lose.
and then they lose.
Yeah, and then you had other tag teams that actually were interesting and a lot of people liked. You had Alexa and Nikki Cross. You had the Iconics. I love the Iconics personally. You had Sasha Bayley killing it as the tag team and as a forefront, especially in the pandemic era. They pretty much were the stars of the show, 100%. They were the stars of the show. Honestly, they were the most entertaining for quite a few, like maybe 3 months straight.
Mm-hmm. And basically until Roman showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Reginald involved in this match?
He's there. I think he causes the match for Naomi and Lana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this dude is a star, man.
Yeah, he's getting all the time TV time.
This dude has had more TV time than Aleister Black on his whole main roster run.
You know what's messed up? He has more TV time than Carmella.
Yeah, exactly.
Is she
Carmella's
hurt?
got to be injured. Carmella's got to be injured. She has to be.
I heard from what I was hearing that she got in trouble.
I would love to know over what.
I don't know. Like that, I was trying to look more into it. I didn't really feel like, but I heard something that she said something to the wrong people and fucking got in trouble.
Oh, so, maybe she should be on the show every week because she's a former women's champion. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Anyway, yeah, it was nothing special. AJ Styles defeats Randy Orton, Reginald Orton. What we call it?
Uncle
Randall Orton.
Oh, Randall Keith?
Randall Keith Orton. Yeah, Randall versus AJ Styles. The match was good. Like, again, we've seen this not so long, maybe a couple months ago, so it was not something that was new. They wrestled good together. More of the Fiend stuff with Alexa possessing him, making him puke black. I just feel like my only thing with the thing, like, I don't mind the Wyatt shit like that, but I think they doing it way too long. It's just taking forever to get something out of it. So I think, these little things are cool and like that, but honestly, I was like, yo, just let them fight over it. I want to see Bray Wyatt bite his face off. Already.
Well, we can't do that because then Randy will wrestle in a mask, and we've already seen that once this year.
Yeah, we saw with the burn victim mask.
Don't forget.
I want to know what cream he used because his burns went like that.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, I could see where people are getting tired of it. Just the fact that, again, it's prolonged. Honestly, Fastlane, for a fact, you're not going to get it. So you're going to get it WrestleMania. So you got another, a month of these little things until you actually see Wyatt back.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know where he's going to be.
True, yeah.
So
that's true.
Monday Night Raw is just 3 hours. And it's just too long, man. I get out of work late. I try to watch it. Once it just starts to turn me off, I just you know what? I'm going to the Hulu version, and I just enjoy it way more. But that whole Randy Orton and AJ Styles segment, their match, it was good. But like you said, I'm growing just tired of the anticipation of the wait. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, because it's too long. I think that was the big thing. It's if you're gonna plan this for WrestleMania, that's a long fucking planned story. I understand the slow cook of a story, but the slow cook of the story has to be good.
Yes.
And once we got the burning Bray Wyatt, I love the Alexa stuff, but it's only so much you could do to tell a story, and that's not on the talent because they're trying their best, but it's also you're making it stretch this long. You're gonna get people to lose interest.
And why are we seeing these two do this again? We saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember that first WrestleMania? That was bad.
Yeah, it was. I hated that. It should have been Luke Harper.
Yeah.
That was bad. I think that's the
You're
reason why it puts me off to like even like I'm not invested in this feud at all.
Yeah.
Just because like how bad that first one was when Bray Wyatt was the champ.
Yeah.
That was very bad.
Yeah.
You brought it back. They don't work well together. To me, they don't work well together.
Honestly, I felt like it should have been Luke Harper that fucking WrestleMania. It should not have been Randy Orton. You had all the momentum built on Luke Harper, and honestly, he was the babyface that everyone wanted to see. Was Randy Orton,
and they just didn't have the faith.
No, they did not.
But the two things I wanted to bring up was about the WrestleMania thing. I think they didn't go far enough back then. In hindsight, that bug thing was ridiculous. That was just so like cheap.
Like, look what we could do.
Like if they had went as say like you didn't have to have the fire thing.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the Fiend thing, it served a better purpose, so that's why it came off as better. Because they established the Monster Man. I get that, right? So, but back then, it was, Wyatt's got some powers, right? You could have gave him a little something.
Yeah.
Instead of just, we just going to kill you, put these bugs on the mat, and you're going to lose. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the real reason I'm not as invested in this stuff is because I feel like they blew the gasket with Alexa when they had her fight Asuka and transform and not win.
Yeah, and then also when you had that, and you had it several times, and they just completely stopped it.
Like she could have won the title.
Yeah,
that would have furthered that whole side plot and give it some
something
legitimacy to the character of her being powerful.
Yeah,
it could have been something different for Asuka, but it ended up being just very lackluster.
Yeah, 100%.
And that made me more tired to see anything else.
Yeah. Because also you put a damper in the women's because she's supposed to be this dominant champion, and all of a sudden she lost these 2 matches, and it was just like you did nothing with it. Like you never got Asuka wanting revenge. And Asuka is not that character. Like she's going to just get beat and not let it happen. She's going to try to fight again.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of brought her stock down in that sense.
That's kind of been the tale of 2021. Is just doing nothing with her and letting her just slowly get less and less valuable.
Yeah. Because honestly, to be honest with you, especially we talked about this with the Royal Rumble, like with Bianca Belair, I was like, she's not picking Asuka. 100% not picking Asuka, because you have not built Asuka to this competitor like you did with Sasha Banks. So basically, it was like if Bianca picks Asuka, that's an easy route. She's gonna go Sasha no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have had NXT built Asuka, and she won the Royal Rumble, and NXT built Asuka versus Bianca Belair, then I could see that match being something like, hey, that's more intriguing. She has not lost yet.
Yes, agree.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. All right, so Monday Night Raw, what grade do you give it?
Like I said, I gave it a B-. The in-ring stuff was good.
Yeah.
The story stuff, not so much. I like Blasty's promo, like I said. I loved the New Day and Riddle.
Yeah.
When he came back after this match and they had that whole and Woods came back. Oh, I love that stuff. Like, you know what? If you gave me that between segments of just those 3 chilling, I would love it.
Yeah.
Just saying. But everything else was like, man.
Minion, what are you gonna give it?
C-.
C-?
Yeah, because it's too repetitive for 3 hours. It's way too repetitive, way too often. The best thing on the show to me that stood out the most was Bobby Lashley's new entrance. The commentary was always really good, and what else? That Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre match. But everything else to me is just I'm kind of just growing tired of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, C- for me. Nothing really got me like that.
I'm gonna give it a solid C. Again, the matches did its job. It's just the fact that again we didn't have to see another Sheamus and McIntyre until the pay-per-view. There's some things that just didn't need to be there. I did like the New Day with Shelton and Xavier. I did like Riddle and what's his name? What's the
Slapjack?
Slapjack. There you go.
Just think of Hungry Jack pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yeah, I'll give it a C. Raw needs to pick it up. I feel like they have to be more creative with what they're doing. Let's see what they go. Seeing that there's a pay-per-view next week, hopefully the run to WrestleMania will be easier. Next up, I did not get to watch the full no, I did watch the full episode of Impact Wrestling. It was a solid show. I loved what Brian Myers is doing with Eddie Edwards. I do not like Cardona in it. So Cardona, and something that kind of Minion kind of spotted out, he has not really changed anything of his gimmick whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
He wrestles the same exact way. He does the same exact promos. It honestly, when Minion brought it up, it just broke a glass in my head, and like, yeah, he has not really, like, when Myers ran into Impact, he had completely changed. But then again, also, you did not see Myers that much in WWE to know if he changed or not. So I think that's what helped him that way too. Well,
he had his run, but remember, he was a joke character for so long.
Yeah, but he had some of your best jobber matches.
No, but I mean, if you mean breakout personality wise,
yeah,
he was just a joke.
Yeah,
not performance wise, but breakouts. Like I remember him and his stick, and he came to the ring, and they talked about how many times he lost. You know what I mean?
That's what they do. Show your loss. But yeah, so pretty much Impact was going into mini special, which is on their app. So they do pay-per-views and they do specials. The specials usually are monthly, and then the pay-per-views are every 3 months. So I like how they space it, because they give you these specials, especially it gives you a reason why to keep the Impact Wrestling app, even though it doesn't work on my Roku right now.
Damn.
But it's good. They're good. We had the building of I think it was Ace Austin versus I'll say that would be one match to watch fully on last week's Impact, was Ace Austin versus Chris Bay. Amazing match.
Okay.
Very athletic, very athletic, but they actually worked parts, and they actually did slow down when it needs to slow down. That's something I give Ace Austin credit to. Like he does some crazy shit, but he knows how to sell as well. So I'll give that match a lot of credit. It was really good. I think it was the three-way was this week or last week? The three-way was last week, right?
The three-way with triple
Jordan Reyes, Daniela Peraza, and
I think that was last week.
So
that was last week.
That was one of the things I'll say that was really a result, was the Chris Bay Ace Austin match, because they fought for the number one contendership for the X Division title, which they fought on Sacrifice.
Yeah, the biggest thing of Impact Wrestling this week was the announcement that they were going to unify the titles, and that the winner would fight Kenny Omega at Rebellion.
Yeah, that was another big thing.
That was like the biggest thing. Everything else was pretty much there. It was a good show.
Good show. I don't have the full results, but then also their Sacrifice pay-per-view did happen. You got a new unified champion in Rick Swann. You have a new X Division champion in Ace and Austin. Actually, you got 3 new champions. You got the new tag team champions in Juice and Finlay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then Juice.
Yeah, I'm happy Ace Austin took the X Division title. See where he goes from there.
Too. You know, TJP is another one that he's very generic also.
He's a good in the ring. He's a good ring talent. He's not much of a character.
No, his character is it's just too stale. It's the same. To me, he just comes off very arrogant. I don't know if that's how he is in real life.
Okay.
But it's just he doesn't stand out to me. His wrestling stands out to me, but his personality, it doesn't do it for me.
So what you're saying is he's better with a mask on.
There you go.
He might be better as a Panic or Manic. That was his name?
Yeah, Manic.
Mm-hmm. Might be better as Manic.
Yeah, also Eddie Edwards cheated and beat Brian Myers. That was bullshit. Fuck Cardona.
Hey, that was a no-holds-bar match, or I forgot what they called it.
It's all Matt Cardona's fault. All his fault. Anyway, Impact, I'll give it a B+. I actually enjoyed the show. I don't remember. I can't find the results, so I'm just gonna skip it.
It's okay. It's a B.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. It was a fun show. Always fun to watch. AEW Dark. Did you watch AEW Dark? Because I know you always have the updates. I have
Yes.
not watched it.
If I was to give a little spotlight to what was good this week on AEW Dark, besides the commentary, of course, it's always good. Fuego del Sol finally hit the tornado DDT versus QT Marshall.
Okay.
That's a thing. He never gets to do that move.
So you finally
It's
got
kind of funny. So he finally hit it. You had Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela versus Santana and Ortiz. That was actually a pretty good match. Santana and Ortiz beat their ass. Joey Janela got beat up so bad, like 2/3 of the match, he was just outside. Yo, it was actually kind of funny because of commentary. They kept having to say, "Where is Janela?" And then the camera would pan to him. He's just like out.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, he just started standing up. I'm like, damn, did they stick him a few times? What's going on over there? Like, anyway, and then there was a 6-man. Actually, it was an 8-man with a Dark Order, and it was pretty fun. Again, I think that's the type of match they shine in because of the chemistry between all of them.
Yeah.
So when you get to see a Dark Order multi-man match, is actually pretty fun. So
cool.
Those were the highlights for the show, I think.
Oh, nice. We found Andrade's out for 6 to 8 months because the shoulder surgery, which was successful. I can't talk. Successful.
Yeah, so she showed a picture of her post-surgery.
Yeah. And
got all the congratulations. Come back soon because that women division, when those Japanese girls leave, it's going to need you again.
Yeah, they're going to need something. Yeah. Anyway, we go into AEW. All right. Matt Jackson, I think, and Ray Phoenix started the show.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a pretty good match?
It was pretty good. Phoenix is dirty. The stuff he does to people, he gets away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I really like his offense because he just sometimes, you can't tell if he's good or bad.
Yeah.
Because he'll just do something and then slap you in the face. And it's like, why do you do that? Or why do you sneak this move in here and kick him in the ass or something? You know what I mean? Like, he just does a bunch of just grimy moves to people regardless of how he's portrayed as. So I don't know. He's cool like that. That was a pretty good match.
And then you had like a little segment of Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. They were like on a couch drinking.
I thought that was a pretty funny segment.
Yeah.
I mean, well, how do all of, because we didn't go through the pay-per-view.
No, we haven't. We could go through that. I honestly did not watch the whole thing, so.
But I was gonna ask, how did you feel that their explanation was for what happened? Or better yet, how do you feel that they're just using it as some more material?
So I'm fine. All right. So I did watch that match, the explosion match, and I was like, again, I watched FMW explosion matches, and they don't even come close to what they did. I was fine with it because they kind of hinted the story going into it. So as much as everyone bitched about the dodge, I kind of saw it, not saw it happening, but was okay with it because Kenny Omega had a hand in building the barbed wire explosion match. So I was like, yeah, he just ordered this shit from Acme and blew up and it didn't work.
Funny that Moxley said the exact thing too.
Yeah. So
he got explosives from Acme.
Yeah. So I was like, honestly, I would give them credit the fact that it was explained. If you missed that, then you wasn't paying attention, especially when Kenny Omega was building the fucking exploding things.
Makes sense.
So I was fine with that. And the whole dud and him like that, and then him making fun of it this week was funny. I think that was probably one of my best moments in this show. Was Don 6ix9ine me.
Yes,
that shit fucking had me rolling. And shit. So
I can't believe that happened. That was the best thing they could have possibly done.
Yeah.
Oh, that needs to be a shirt now. Yeah, it has to be.
Don 6ix9ine me. Anything, Minion?
Yeah, Don Callis definitely saved that segment with this brilliance of thinking, because I honestly didn't know how they were going to save it, especially because the report came out that Kenny Omega was really, really fucking angry.
Yeah.
That the explosions didn't go off, because in pre-taping, it did go off.
Yeah.
But Don Callis definitely saved it with his great promo. how he wanted, he just basically wanted Eddie Kingston to be embarrassed, to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically how they're the biggest heels and how they're not going to give anybody what they want. So fuck your explosions. That's basically what he was saying.
It was a good payoff. It was good. Like, again, if you weren't paying attention of Omega, like building the structure, then you would have been lost. Like, honestly, when I saw what happened, it made me just think about Omega building it, and it made me giggle because I was like, it made me laugh. Just because, again, and then also his drawing of it, which is our cover of last week's podcast.
Yeah, the artwork was phenomenal.
Yeah,
hilarious.
So yeah, that all works out for that storyline. So 100% that if you did not see that, you missed something, and you should go back and actually look at it and like, oh shit, yeah, they were actually saying that they were gonna fuck up anyway.
No, that was superb.
Even though even if it wasn't purposely that they kind of still told the story that somehow was gonna fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was Kenny Omega's best promo up to date. He was antagonizing. Yeah, no, just the whole thing is just also the way he was antagonizing Eddie Kingston.
Yeah,
you don't have the balls, Eddie. Like, he just kept going. I was like, whoa, where's this Kenny Omega?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It was something different.
So that was fun. So it leads into that Kingston and Jon Moxley just drinking, and they had a little promo and stuff like that. It was funny that they did mention Acme as well, because I was saying that to Josh as well. It's like, why did Coyote build that ring? I don't care about Cody Rhodes, so Seth and Gargans versus Rhodes, I didn't care about.
Who did he wrestle?
Seth Garris.
Oh, it was like
it was a new dude. Yeah, it was a new dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care.
No, that dude was like huge too. He was way bigger than Cody, and he just got annihilated.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
maybe not even.
He didn't even work the leg, and he just tapped out on the figure 4.
Yeah. Oh, I knew somewhere Merc was probably losing his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of shit with him already. Like, last week I had a whole rant, and honestly, I shitted on AEW because he just ruined the show for me.
I've had it with Cody. I've had it ever since he got rid of that music. Ever since he got rid of his entrance music, I don't know. To me, the entrance music is a part of your character, and it helps you. And it's the same thing with the finisher. When Seth Rollins lost his curb stomp, he lost fans. Everybody can say something different.
I don't doubt
but
that.
He definitely lost some fans. Cody lost his music. I don't know why he's doing this Snoop Dogg remix. It just does not work.
He's got to, you know why? He's got to sell the big show. That's why.
Yeah.
His co-host, Snoop Dogg.
But looks like Penta is gonna go after Cody Rhodes, so they're gonna have a little rivalry. I hope
this is probably the best. This is probably the best. Did you get to see it, Mark? I mean, the promo. No, the promo.
I did see the promo. He has like.
This is probably the best Penta promo because you even see. This is what I'm talking about. They're not normally together.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't Marvis. That's the other guy. I usually see him on
he's on Being the Elite.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's funny on there. But he drank the Kool-Aid, by the way.
Yeah.
But the thing about that whole thing is the way Penta was portrayed or was allowed to be portrayed, you can get his sense of attitude even though he's not speaking the same language as you.
You know, this is the first time I felt Penta was Lucha Underground Penta.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the first time I ever felt him being back as Lucha Underground Penta. Lucha Underground Penta was evil and he broke your arm. He had no excuse. He just ran in, took your arm off, and like, cero miedo. That's it, and left.
Well, see, he was antagonizing Cody, and then at the end mentioned his baby, and that's what started of course. This also reminded me of Merc, the brawl.
Yeah.
It's like if they don't have it at the end of the show, it's got to happen in the middle of the show.
Like,
or the beginning.
Angry.
AEW has a brawl almost every week. They can't. That's my one. That's if you're gonna go to the gripe section later. That's going in my gripes because you can't steal that from 90s WCW, dog. You can't do that every week.
Chuck,
the gentleman's name to cut you off. Yeah. Sorry, real quick. Alex Abrahantes.
Okay,
thank you.
I thought the segment was fine. I don't like Cody, so I don't care. I hope Penta breaks his arm.
And his shoulder supposedly injured. So
he gonna take that. He gonna take it from him. He gonna wear
Take
it as
that.
wear it as a chain.
I
It's
hope.
still fuck Pentagon over here. You know how I feel.
Yeah, I know. Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy were at Arcade. I don't care. Honestly, dude, I do not care about this.
You ain't care
whatsoever.
about the Blitz machine? Come on.
I don't care
the
about
four-player
this.
Blitz?
I don't care about Miro. I do not care about any of this storyline whatsoever.
I will. Okay, Mark. So, not to defend the character work with Miro, but the match at Revolution was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I
it was,
did not watch it.
It was closer to what Miro should be.
Yeah.
As in, he's like 5 times bigger than these guys. Why is he losing matches?
Yeah.
So he just beat that man's ass.
There you go. That's where Miro should be.
That's why I felt that should have been going this entire time. Yeah. The one thing I will say I thought was fun, I saw the promo.
Yeah.
Of course, it was Orange came in with a low effort, but I will say I'm curious to see what machines they will have around the ring. That's just me. Listen. This is what we have. I can't change the future. It's gonna happen. I'm just curious what arcade machines are gonna be.
You
around
have all the one-up arcades.
No, they have to be authentic. He was sitting at like a Cruising USA machine. You can't put those low effort machines. No, you gotta put full cabinets, dude.
Do they gotta be plugged in?
Hell yeah! And somebody's head gotta go through the part where you put the quarters in. That's metal, man.
Oh.
Let's go. If you're gonna do it, let's go all the way. No,
Damn.
They said that they're gonna put them through the screens. They have to be CRTs.
They have to be.
That's dangerous. It's dangerous.
I'm looking forward to those street fights because AEW actually does really, really good street fights.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they have.
We'll see.
After Tony Schiavone, Sting appears to talk like every single week, and he gets interrupted by Lance Archer, and they talk a little bit to each other. I do not want to see Sting fight Lance Archer. I really don't.
I don't mind it.
That's not good.
See what we're gonna do. Let's just see where they go.
So I feel like they did the Sting Darby Allin thing in like as a cinema match because there's not a lot Sting could be taking. I don't trust Lance Archer with Sting.
The one reason I liked the promo a lot was because you got the little bit of the stinger, no pun intended, from Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
When he goes, Stinger. I just that
Yeah.
made the whole thing for me. That's it. He didn't have to say anything, but he said that.
Yeah.
I love it.
We have All Ego Ethan Page versus Lee Johnson, which the match kind of, if you watch it live on TV, match got interrupted with the NBA game that they were pre-recording, so you heard it on the side. Other than that, the match was okay. It was nothing.
If he got mad and left, I wouldn't be mad at him.
Yeah.
Because he got mad at Impact for messing up his promo.
Yeah.
His Karate Man thing.
Yeah.
So if he finds out that there was basketball noise playing while he was having his first televised match, I would not be surprised if he wanted to get out of there. He's like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Then we got in Adam Page with the lawnmower and all Dark Order, which was cool. It was funny.
I thought it was funny that thing almost tipped over.
Yeah. Tony Schiavone was out for an interview with Christian Cage. Then the world champ interfered, and this is when we got the 6ix9ine me, Omega. And then Moxley comes out, and Eddie Kingston comes out. They beat the shit out of each other. Christian comes out, almost kill switches Omega, and picks up the title. Uh-oh.
Look at these Canadian good boys. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. It's a swerve. It's a swerve.
Yeah. I like
Team
Christian.
Canada.
I'm happy Christian is there. Good for him. He wants to do something with his career and shit like that. Because you know for a fact he would have been Roman's target at Fastlane. So that would have been Roman's match at Fastlane. Just saying. Yeah, I'm happy that he chose to go to AEW. He could help a lot of the talent there, so it'll be something interesting what they do with that. There's money to be made there with Kenny Omega and Christian Cage, but I think Moxley and Eddie Kingston are going to be something right now, and they're a thorn in their side right now.
Yes.
Which they fight the Good Brothers next week. The titleless Good Brothers next week.
Wow. That's true.
Then we got the ladies trio match. Shida, Mizumai, and Rosa versus Nyla Rose, Miki Otoy, and Britt Baker.
The idol was in the building. I thought she was hilarious
Yeah, she's fun.
because they were fighting and she was still singing the entire song.
Yeah, exactly.
It is funny because it's not. You can hear her singing, so it's not just a recording. She stood there and did the entire song and dance before she got involved. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna have certain people come and be who they are, they have to be 100% and not watered down. So thankfully she's here. Too bad she can't throw up the double birds all the time, but it is what it is.
She's funny.
She
funny.
did it
I
on the
enjoyed
pay per
it.
view.
Yeah, she did.
So
You could do that in pay-per-views.
mm-hmm.
Then we had Private Party, Matt Hardy segment. He has in Butcher and the Blade into it. So basically, it's just I feel like AEW is just all factions.
Oops, all factions. All right.
There's like all factions. You have the Dark Order. Yeah, big time Matt Hardy's little crew that he's building. You have Eddie Kingston's crew, which he lost people, so he's by himself now, I guess. Yeah, you have the trio of Neville, Phoenix, and Penta. You have the Nightmare crew.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have the four horsemen-ish people. Well, horsemen.
In the circle.
There's no four in the circle. It's like mad gangs.
You got Omega's crew.
Omega's crew, the Elite. It's like all gangs. Goddamn. Anyway, yeah. TNT title match. Darby Allin defeats Scorpio Sky. Good match.
It was yeah, Merc. I was again. You popped right in my head when I saw Darby Allin selling the ankle. They mentioned it on commentary. JR said, "Oh, it'd be great if he took advantage of that ankle." And Scorpio Sky continued the entire match and didn't touch the man's foot
until the end. Until after the match was done. Over. That shit bothered the shit out of me, and that's one thing that made me not like this match.
I couldn't take myself out of that. I was just like, the boy's giving it to you. Like, what are you doing? Like, no wonder they don't want to give you none, Sky. It ain't because you black. It's because you
don't see you don't see the hints.
It's because you can't take advantage of a situation, dude. Yeah. Like, if my opponent is hurt, I'm gonna take advantage. That's what wrestling. That's part of telling a story in wrestling is. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, that threw me off as well. Minion.
I totally agree with both of you. Once he I don't know what he did, but when he went to do a somersault flip. I forgot what you call that. A springboard flip back into the ring with your opponent and he's bent down.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but his ankle had got caught, and then it's like they stopped the match for a second, and just like you guys said, he never went for that ankle, but Darby Allin seemed fine.
Yeah. He went to he never went for that ankle, and then once he lost the match, he went straight for the ankle.
Yeah.
Great spots though, on the suicide dive to the diamond cutter.
Yes.
And then the coffin drop into the power bomb.
That's one of the things I think I've never seen before.
Yeah,
that was cool.
My only thing is sometimes it's the fact that those are the little things that will take me away from a match. If I see the obvious there and you're not taking advantage of the obvious to sell a story, and then going back and like at the end of the match and him going directly at it, I was like, wouldn't it be more effective if he actually worked on it the whole match?
Hey, you could have actually won the match. I'm just
saying, you could have just broke the guy's ankle and just wear it as a chain.
I mean, he weighs 5 pounds. Why not?
Yeah, Penta will wear the arm and he will wear the leg. There you go. I wanted to like this match more. I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good match, but those are like little subtleties of storylines that you should not like really give up, because there's a lot of things you could tell just with that. There's the little things in the match that you could really tell a lot for. And that kind of bothered me.
I just wonder if Darby Allin was legit hurt and that's why he couldn't work on that ankle.
Well,
did they call it audible?
Well, then honestly, dude, you go for the other ankle.
Or just throw up the X.
Yeah. No, they're not going to stop the match. It's a live TV, so they ain't going to really stop the match. They're going to check on him, but they ain't going to stop the match. But if it was a legit injury, they wouldn't have kept the match going.
And the thing I think that kind of casts a shadow over that with him being seriously injured is just that if he was seriously injured, they could have canceled the whole after the match beatdown.
Yeah.
Or they could have altered it instead of having him go for the leg, because it just makes that in-ring action look all the more just, the whole look obvious. It's like, yeah, but the man was limping for you. And the part where even if you watch the highlights from it, it's constantly showing Darby holding his ankle.
Yeah.
The picture like they have it is of him limping and them looking down. And I'm like, everything is pointing to the ankle, and so it just makes it look more obvious. That's my only problem.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it was just made it super
because
obvious.
we know they're professionals. They know how to make it look like they're hurting you and they're not hurting you. So if you're gonna do the same thing at the end, why didn't you do it in the match?
Honestly, I know for a fact Scorpio Sky, if he would know that he was actually literally hurt on that ankle, then he would have adjusted something for him to stay on the floor more. So basically, he would go more to the leg of the opposite leg that's not hurting and work on that so he stays on the floor more instead of doing the high flying shit.
Just weird. That's a
little thing. I grew up with fucking Bret the Hitman Hart. He's the excellence of that kind of shit. So me seeing little subtleties and shit like that, I know for a fact if I see a Bret in that match, Bret would have fucking killed that leg.
Dan Bryan is a crab. I told you. He's one of those wrestlers that's like a little crab. If he sees something, he's gonna latch onto it. Like if your pinky hurts, Daniel Bryan is gonna put a lock on your pinky. He's like him, Pete Dunne, you know what I mean? Thatcher, all those crab men. They all crab men. They just grab a hold and it's like, stop it.
Yeah.
Finn Balor's a crab too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Scott Steiner didn't like that either.
No, he doesn't. He hates that.
God damn, Scott Steiner always interrupting shit.
He hates fighting crab people.
He's fighting crab people because he was not good at it.
There's a clip I saw recently of Scott Steiner when he was like peak Big Papa Pump, but he was still able to move. Yeah, he looked like he was about to mount this man and take him to a dark part of the universe. So he was still a scary individual when he could still move.
Yeah. Then the inner circle war console happened and pretty much ended with MJF making his own group of people, kind of a horseman-ish kind of thing. I don't think they named it the Horseman. Did they name it the Horseman?
I don't know what their name is.
I don't know. But it exceeds of FTR, Tully, Wardlow, Shawn Spears, and they beat the shit out of Jericho.
I feel like the only thing I could think about when I was watching the beatdown was, oh God, I hope nobody lies in that glass. And then the unthinkable happened. They beat up Proud and Powerful, and I think they rolled Ortiz. He rolled through the glass stuff like, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Even if it's prop glass, which more than likely it is, that shit still hurt.
Yeah. All right. So that's how we end AEW. What grade you give AEW?
I give it a B. Like a lot of the stuff that again we highlighted, it was positive. Those promos with Kingston and Moxley, Kenny Omega being hilarious, Don Callis being hilarious, Christian having a moment. You know what I mean? The inner circle thing. I thought that was all right.
Yeah.
But then there's just a lot of little things that's just come on guys, tighten that up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna give it a B.
Yeah, definitely a B.
Yeah. Again, I feel like they could be better with building the match structure, and I feel like guys like Big Show and Christian are good backstage because of that, because the structure of matches.
Merc, you gonna like this week's episode of Renee Paquette show because she talks to Big Show, and that's one of the big things he mentions too.
Yeah. I was listening.
You gotta talk to these guys.
I'm like halfway through that conversation.
He's got to talk to these guys because some stuff's got to change.
Yeah, I feel like those are the little like takes that you should really take advantage of, and I know Scorpio Sky is not no fucking rookie either. He's a veteran. He's been in Impact for many years and things like that. So these are cues that he should know. But I felt like again that match could have been a fucking all-star match. Honestly, I would have liked that match more if he would have actually at least did something to the ankle while he's like shining it and like fucking give you a target. He's like, look, hit me here. Yeah, that was my little gripe with it. Yeah, that was my gripe with it.
It's just AEW. Just one quick point. It just if you look every week, it's like almost the same style of matches
Yeah,
over and over again. It's until they get to like Jericho, do you see like a different style?
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
but
good.
there's certain performers I'll say,
Yeah,
and Jericho's definitely one of them. But I go like Phoenix is another one where his matches is just ridiculous, and he fights so many different people, and he still can string together a match. Yeah, sure, we all know spots, right? But he can string together his matches in a way where it's like he peppers in stuff you've either never seen him do in that federation, obviously, but he also can change the order of things. He can work with other people. Like he doesn't get credit for. I don't feel enough for being able to work with so many different people at a high level.
yeah. Because a good example with him was Lance Archer last week.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good match. Like I appreciated that match, and they beat the shit out of each other. But it made it honestly reminded me of the Mil Metias match, of the fucking casket match in the Underground.
And I still give him mad props for, which I think was like his best match as well with Kenny.
Yeah,
Because that match, I felt like if you was to crown him champion, I'd be like, yeah.
yeah,
Like there's certain matches where no matter how the person is ranked or presented, you can show me enough in that one match to make me go, oh, you just take it, man. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. And like that match showed me, yeah, man, he got it.
If you can make Mil Muertes look good, you can make anybody look good.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Mil
damn.
Metias wasn't that great.
I didn't even know. Okay.
He's a good character, but even they admitted like he wasn't.
I see he's back in MLW.
Yeah,
And I think he's killing people. I think that's in character. So.
nice. He killed people in Lucha Underground too.
Oh, he did. Wow.
No, they literally killed people in Lucha Underground. Like
Okay.
they dead and then they not come back.
All right. No, listen, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I miss Lucha Underground. I miss Lucha Underground so much. It would be so good to still have that around.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, NXT. We have William Regal announcing two big announcements. One being NXT is going to be 2 nights takeover.
Yes, sir.
Like we were saying last week, there's a lot of. See, this is the thing with NXT. NXT has a lot of matches they can put on there, whatever they want. They're gonna keep it 5 each. I think it's gonna be 5 one night, 5 a night too. But now they have all these titles. They could have like 3 title matches each show.
Okay.
And it's still gonna be fucking hell of a fucking good show. And honestly, USA is gonna have a lot of ratings on that because it's a takeover.
Gotcha.
Because it's a free takeover. It's on USA and then it's exclusive on Peacock on Thursday.
Okay.
Which reminds me, everyone has to get Peacock by the 18th, or you can't watch Royal Rumble on the network.
Oh, wow.
So
Gotcha.
you need Peacock. I did post it on my Facebook thing. They're giving away 6 months of Peacock for $10. So
Gotcha.
jump on that, and then get the app, which is $5 on there at least. At least they dropped it. At least it's $5 instead of 10.
Makes sense.
So it kind of evening out because Peacock is 5 and that's 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so jump on that. By Takeover, that's going to be exclusive on Peacock that Thursday. And then he also announced that the first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, and he gave it to Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai because they were the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Classic, which originally this was supposed to be part of the win, but the belts weren't ready.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm glad they got the titles, but then we saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually happy that the other team won it as well because I love Shanti and Ember Moon. So,
And it was a
anyway.
great match.
Yeah.
So I just also like to point out. No, you know what? We can wait till we get to the match in order. Go ahead.
NXT Women's Championship, Io Shirai defeats Toni Storm in a hell of a fucking match. I think this was probably one of Io's best in a while.
I would agree. I'd just like to ask, what was Toni Storm? Was she a pirate or was she a referee's assistant?
She was Beetlejuice.
I was saying,
All right.
I'll say she's a mix of Beetlejuice and a pirate. She's pirate Beetlejuice.
Because she had like these black parts of her pants that look like holsters, and I'm like, is she a cowboy also? What's going on?
She's a cowboy Beetlejuice. Like the cartoon series. Remember he had like his little different characters? So he was the pirate Beetlejuice. There you go.
Okay.
Cartoon Beetlejuice.
Also, is it tradition that she never hits the headbutt and wins? Because almost every time I've seen that, she's never won a match.
She should. Honestly, her headbutt is mean.
But she never hits it and wins the match. Like, it's like she is always... Somebody doesn't get pinned by her finisher, and then she goes up and is like, nope.
One day.
Oh, man.
One day. Really good match. Really hell of a women's title match. Probably the best women's match this week.
I like the tag match better. I'm just going to say. You mean solo? Yes.
Yeah.
Solo, yes.
Pete Dunne defeat Jay Atlas. This was a mean and painful looking match.
I just got through telling you that Pete Dunne is a crab person. So any type of thing you put out there, he's just going to grab. He stressed that dude. I wonder if they talked to each other beforehand. He's like, how far can your arm stretch? And he's like, why are you asking me that?
Because I want to.
Don't worry about it.
I want to make you clap your own hand.
You know what I'm saying? Like backwards. And I'm just like, I would, if I saw on the calendar that I had to fight Pete Dunne, I just would not. No.
I'll book a massage right after.
I think you need to be in like
a spa day,
the rejuvenation tank or whatever after that, because he's just stretching dudes, man.
Yeah, good match, really good match.
Yeah.
You want to add anything, Minion?
No, Pete Dunne is like top 5 wrestlers in the world right now.
Yeah.
To me, unbelievable. His ring presence, the way he maneuvers, the way he fucking manipulates the joints. He makes everything. Like, I just really focus when he works on the opponent's body parts. I just look at it and I'm like, wow, he could really, really do some real damage if he was to apply real pressure.
You know, one thing I love is the fact that the person that he reminds me the most of is probably mentoring him backstage.
Regal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Like he always reminded me of Regal. He always gave me that Regal vibe, and also Regal's son is in wrestling as well. But
he's in UK, right?
UK, yeah. But just the fact that you have the likes of Shawn Michaels, William Regal, and Triple H in your head, telling you, "Oh, do this," and then adding more fucking fucked up things to do to your opponent. I feel like they enjoy it. Because poor Jake Atlas, I feel like he could clap his own hands from the back now.
That was so unfortunate, man.
Oh, man. Next match, Chauncey Blackheart and Ember Moon defeat Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez on the short reign NXT Women's Champion.
I think this was my match of the week. I was happy, and then I was made sad.
Yeah.
Because I told you they were my pick, Dakota Kai and Gonzalez from the get-go.
Yeah.
To win that whole thing. They did it.
Yeah.
They got the belts, and then they didn't get to have a reign. I'm sad.
One thing I'll give them credit is the fact that they already started a tag team rivalry.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Simplest way, they started a rivalry already. So you see 2 tag teams already going for that title, and then they have other tags as well. So NXT is going to show WWE how to use the women's tag division.
Yeah, and it feels funnier. Just knowing that the way they explain it was, I mean, Regal said it. They're not going to wait for anybody else to do it. We're going to do it on our terms. So it just had that little bit of a jab, like, y'all taking too long. Let's get this started.
Yeah, and I loved it. I love the match. The match was great.
I like the belts. Yeah, I like the belts.
It's pretty much the tag titles, just with the white leather. So I don't understand why it took so long to make if it was just the tag titles and the white belt.
Because they're smaller. That's why.
Yeah, they're a little smaller.
Yeah, that excuse that they took long to make those belts is crazy to me, because when a sports team wins a championship, they have the belt ready for them.
Well, it's a replica.
Still, get some replicas, and then just put the new, and then
No, so the belts they give away is like that $2,000 replica that they already have made, and you just make the side plate. I feel like I just feel like if that was the excuse and it wasn't ready at the time, that is understandable, because that you wanted to make it a thing, the prize, which should have been the prize. I think if they knew that, they should have waited longer to do it. But I was happy with it. A really good match.
You know, here's the thing, though. I think it seems it seems a little bit one-sided when you do that next to the guys who won, because they don't automatically get the belts.
Yeah,
and
they
I
get the title shot.
understand the situation.
Yeah,
You can't, because the stipulation is you're promised the match.
Yeah.
Right. And I know it's because there was no existing championship on their show that they had to stick to that, right?
yeah,
But if the plan all along was to introduce it, it still comes off as this was just made for the girls to get a belt. It's like, so it in story it flows a little bit better with them having had that match and the screwy finish.
yeah.
So then they have the reason to have the attitude to then bring out their own. So
I agree with that.
It makes, like, I don't give them too much flack on it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know anyway.
Yeah,
So
it was great. Honestly, I agree with you. Like, it basically, they were still given the titles no matter what, but they also had to defend the same night and sadly lost.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was a great match. Great match. I think, which I was really impressed with was Raquel Gonzalez. I think it's when I forgot who it was, but they went to give her like a head scissor takeover of the the top rope.
Yeah.
God, that looked pretty. I forgot who did it. You guys know who did it?
It was Ember, yeah.
That was pretty. It looked like she got spiked on her head, but she took it so well. And you see it took her out the match.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And he does things to make sense. We love that.
Agreed.
So yeah, new champions, Chauncey Blackheart and Ember Moon. I'm actually excited. I actually love them as a tag team. I was saying this last week and the week before. I want them to stay as a tag team. So now they're no excuse.
And then, you know what? It made it a feel good moment because I saw Ember Moon's post.
Yeah.
About how she was going to retire.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you know what? She didn't retire, and look what happened. So there you go.
Other thing I liked already is the fact that they already have a division because they already have like Candice LeRae and the other chick fucking looking at them for the titles as well.
Yes.
Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, Indy Hartwell. So they're already looking at them as in, we beat them before.
True.
So I love that. That's what we want. And NXT is going to kill it with the tag divisions. I'm happy that they have it. Xia Li defeats Kaden Carter in a disqualification. I had issues with this match.
I don't like that the girl came and was like basically just all up in the space at the end, but I'm not mad at her because she kind of messed her up in story.
So my issue with this match is the fact that all the training all right, so this is from what I got from all the vignettes and shit like that. Is that Xia Li is not supposed to feel pain.
Oh, you're right.
So this is this is where you got me off the storyline, and I'm gonna hit NXT with this. She was getting her ass kicked and fucking trying to beg her to get out of it, and I was like, weren't you like doing this whole what, you needed the bow staff before you did the match to get full strength? I don't know, but you pretty much threw me off on that storyline because you pretty much supposed to not to feel pain, and I don't like that Bo's just there, just standing there, and he does frontal that's just there. And honestly, I need to start seeing him in a match or some shit. But that was the only thing that threw me off of that.
With you saying that, you just made me realize him getting hit in the back, he shouldn't have crumpled either.
Exactly.
Because the whole thing was them beating him with whatever.
Yeah.
And him having to endure the pain as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
like they're not supposed to feel pain, and they're supposed to be invented to pain and things like that. And that just flew out the door with this match. So it kind of really bothered me, and I did not like this match.
Damn, you ruined it in hindsight. Having watched it, it was all right, but that makes sense.
Minion?
I'm not really intrigued with Xia Li's character. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yaglo Fantasma defeat the young grizzle vets with the help of MSK coming out in the astronaut suits.
I thought this was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
Breezango
god.
came out and danced with them. I enjoyed
Yes.
it. The match itself was really good. I love Grizzly Young Vets. I love this other tag team as well. So we had a really strong tag team match, and then ended with MSK coming out with the astronaut suits and Breezango come up and dancing with them. I loved it.
I love when he put the helmet on and then started gyrating
Yeah.
uncontrollably. All right. If you're
Very
gonna
good
go all
match.
the way, go all the way.
Yeah, 100%. Anything? Minute?
No, I just love watching Legado del Fantasma on my TV.
Yeah.
Santos Escobar is a star.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
very
did
much.
get Jordan Devlin pretty much saying that he's able to come to NXT TakeOver. So, well, actually NXT. So he's going to be there next week and address who is the real Cruiserweight champion.
And I like that. It is cool. You know, the real world implications of him being able to travel is like, all right, there you go. So now we can see.
I don't want the title match right away. I want them to build to TakeOver.
I assume that's what's going to happen.
I hope so. I hope it's not just like they're going to fight next week. I want them to build to TakeOver.
You already know how I feel about Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
I love Jordan Devlin. That's my guy.
That's gonna be a hell of a match, 100%.
Yeah. Santos Escobar has just been must-see TV.
Yeah.
So with him and Jordan Devlin, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for that one.
Yeah, but I think Santos Escobar is putting too much on his plate with a lot of people. He's starting too much trouble.
Look, it's crazy because he's supposed to just be in a cruiserweight division, yet he had a high-profile match with Killer Cross, Karrion Kross.
Why not? Because you know why?
what I
Because
mean?
NXT says everyone can fight each other, not just cruiserweights.
Exactly.
Main event time. NXT champion Finn Balor defeats Adam Cole. I'll say this is my only complaint. When you have matches of this caliber, it should have no commercial breaks.
Agree. Pay the money.
This is like a TakeOver main event. Yo, pay them to not have commercials. Like the honestly, I'm not paying attention to the side screen. I'm not. I skip into go back into the full screen. I want this match was great. It was really good, really strong, and I love how Balor's working in NXT. I've been saying this since he came back. Like I love the way he works. He's another crab. He's actually started being more crabby in NXT than he used to be. The last time I saw him wrestle like this before he came back to NXT was against Nakamura, and Nakamura non-sell his knee. That was the last time I saw him wrestle that way. So seeing this side of Balor makes me happy because honestly, he could be one of the best technical wrestlers as well, and him and Pete Dunne was fantastic as well. So, and then Cole, I can't take anything away from Cole. Cole is fucking the man. He has not wrestled in almost a month, so it's nice to see him back into that caliber of a match as well. We got O'Reilly and Yenning. Pretty much they're building a storyline between them two. And sadly, what I've heard, you ain't gonna see O'Reilly probably till TakeOver because he got hurt.
He got hurt for real now?
Yeah, I think he ruptured something. So basically, he's gonna be out for a week or two.
That's not good. That's not a good word.
Yeah, they said it. I just read about it. I was like, hopefully. But then again, with NXT, the way they book and the way they do things, again, you don't need the same people on every show. So they do it in a way that you won't even notice that he's gone. You'll be like, oh shit, 2 weeks, he's back.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly with the Outsiders look, huh?
Yeah.
The movie The Outsiders.
Yeah, man. He had like a.
Snapping his fingers?
Yeah, man. They're gonna start finding Kyle O'Reilly because he's the one that's dropping the most F-bombs that they have to mute the TV.
Like, stop it.
Every week. You could hear like he says something and they just mute it. They're like, oh, he's like, fuck.
Like, stop it. And then also you got Karrion Kross coming out and challenging Balor, and Balor was like, yeah, about time.
True.
So I feel like that's going to be safe for TakeOver as well. I'm interested in seeing that being built and see where it goes. This is one thing we always say about NXT. NXT knows how to rotate their show and not have the same matches on every fucking week. Like, honestly, when was the last time you saw two of the same matches week to week?
I don't think I have without a stipulation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't
think
think
so.
we have saw us the same exact match 2 weeks in a row. That I
No, you
remember.
don't.
That I
You
remember.
definitely
I cannot remember a time. If there were, they're very few, far between.
Hmm. But
So
usually, if NXT even does it, there's a reason for them to do it,
yeah,
and that's why I say the stipulation thing. Like usually they'll be like, okay, we're gonna have the match, and this time it's gonna be false count anywhere,
yeah,
or this isn't like they just don't do it like that.
yeah,
No.
100%. So I love this. I actually even like the promo with Imperium and seeing where they're going to go with Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. I liked
Yes.
the LA Knight and Bronson Reed thing, so they're going to end up fighting soon. Austin Theory's been fucking hilarious.
Yes, he's been the low key MVP.
Yeah.
Kind of Dexter Loomis, because they didn't even have to really show him, and the stuff they reminded you that he supposedly said to the psychiatrist actually was hilarious.
Yeah.
He said you're annoying, and your abs aren't even that good. Oh, I can't take that. Yo, come on.
I think he's been killing it with that. It's been really funny. NXT, I'm gonna give it an S rank, man. Like it's higher than an A this week because we had like a mini fucking takeover this week.
I agree. I would agree with that. I would give it an A plus.
Okay.
I give it an A plus. Again, the only negative being that my team lost.
No, you know what? I'm gonna give it an A plus just because of the Xia Li thing. Because you just threw me off her character. Like honestly,
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
very invested in the vignettes and everything. Like, okay. So and that whole thing is they're not supposed to feel pain. That was the whole get up of the routine. Because you had times that Xia Li was fucking kicking Bo in the chest, and then he was hitting her with a kendo stick to feel pain, and all of a sudden she's like begging for her fucking life in the ring. So y'all fucked up there. I'm just saying, y'all fucked up there.
Gotcha.
I pay attention. Oh man, but yeah, that was my only thing. What you give it, Minion?
Give it an A.
A, okay.
Yeah, I had an issue with the Tony Storm and Io Shirai match.
What was your issue with that match?
So if you go back to the match in the first 2 or 3 minutes of it, go back to it and you'll see they missed a lot of it. They look like they choreographed it and they missed their spots and they reran it back at the same segment. There's a segment there where she looks lost and then they run back the same segment. I think it's like a kick that she was supposed to connect with Io Shirai.
Okay.
She doesn't. She she waves at it and then they run back the spot again. They do a little roll up. There was no Cameron Grimes this
yeah, we need a promo at least. Yeah, I swear to God, if he does not come to take over with $1 million title or a version of it, it's all lost.
A solid gold suit.
And making fun of or finding Ted DiBiase and stealing it from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is not. He doesn't want to be nowhere near wrestling.
I'm just saying.
Just say it.
I'm just saying.
Just say it.
The way he's going, he should steal Ted DiBiase's $1 million title. Or buy it from him.
Don't they have him in the warehouse? He ain't got to steal him.
Or buy it from him.
Okay. He got it on the eBay auction.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Otherwise than that, fantastic show.
Yeah.
For me.
Fan show.
Yeah.
We go to Friday Night SmackDown. She start off with Edge face-to-face with Daniel Bryan. You kind of spotted this out, and I actually agreed. The promo went everywhere and did not make sense.
I was lost.
It was passionate. It had the heart and everything, but it
was
did not make
great.
sense.
I was just lost.
Yeah,
I was lost. I can't understand what he says when he goes. I'm sorry to cut you off. When he goes, I went into business for myself. Once he said that, I said, "What?" I got lost.
So what I was telling Mark, when it came to that thing, now maybe you might notice this, Minion. The week before, Daniel Bryan was passionate about being like unapologetically him because this is his time.
Yeah,
he said he didn't necessarily say the going into business for himself thing, but he said everything in such a way as to put like almost like bare his soul. This is why he's doing what he's doing. And then we get to this week, and it almost seems like it was a ploy to lure Edge, because he says you going into he talks about the going into business for yourself thing, right?
Yeah.
But this is Edge talking, and then he's like, "Well, what are you doing?" And then Daniel Bryan basically admits this was to get you out here, and so then am I to go? Was Daniel Bryan's promo last week disingenuous? If the ends was to just lure Edge out into a confrontation, that's what I'm like.
He wants to need.
So here's where my confusion comes in is to, or rather not my confusion, it's just like, if this is storytelling and they're supposed to have you guessing, good job. But I'm thinking, isn't he a stand-up guy and you don't lure guys to come out? Wouldn't he just call out Edge?
I'm just saying, Daniel Bryan has done sneaky shit before.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so am I to buy in and be like, okay, let's just see where this goes, because this could be like him turning on him and doing sneaky stuff? Because
he did.
Him being a stand-up guy, Daniel Bryan as a good guy wouldn't do that.
But he wound up doing it towards the end, and at the end of the night, he wound up kicking him in the face.
Yeah, you see that? So I don't know. I'm guessing he's turning.
Maybe will we get the wooden title back if he's turning?
I hope. Hey, listen, if he does, he better.
I want the Universal title, wooden title back. Anyway, yeah, I agree. It was a little confusing of what they were trying to get at. I see, like, especially if you explaining last week's going into this race, it makes a bit more sense. But still, it was like a lot of the things kept going back and forth instead of making the actual answer. But they all had passion. They all delivered their shit good. It's just the fact that it just confused the shit out of you.
Yeah, I'm lost because isn't the main goal to win the title?
Yeah, so like
So
everyone is business for themselves.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, everyone should be that goal, the Universal Championship.
You right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our first match of the night was Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio. Street Profits, they beat Rey Mysterio. They beat Chad Gable, Otis, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. Fun match, good match. It was fun, but how Otis and Ziggler tag teaming so easily?
I was about to say, all it takes is a personality change, and you're all is forgiven, right?
I guess so. Maybe they talked.
We're on the
match.
same team.
He gave him he gave him a steak before the match and a steak after.
He put him on FaceTime with Mandy Rose and was like, "Hey, look who I got."
Yeah, right.
Like, that was like the best 8-way match I've seen in a long time.
It was fun. It was a fun match.
And they gave it time too.
Yeah, it was a fun match. It was good to see, and it showcased that SmackDown has other tag teams.
This is true.
We use them. Why not? Then we got Cesaro defeats Murphy by DQ because Seth Rollins in his lumberjack suit beat him up. I didn't like the suit this week.
Somebody called him Sexy McFoley, and I thought that was hilarious.
Sexy McFoley. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I didn't care for the suit this one. Like, the other two were a bunch of Yakuza suits, and this one it was like a lumberjack.
I like it.
Especially
with that.
Anyway, and the no socks in the shoes.
No, he has to. That annoys people. Come on.
It does. It annoys me, so it works. I remember Dale Tommy for his long ass shoes with socks.
Yes.
Anyway,
I think the green suit was because the St. Patty's Day is coming up, right?
Yeah. There you go. That's an excuse for it. I like the other ones. I thought the other ones were more flashier. That's why the ones he wore last year. And this one was just like, oh, dude, I fucking forgot to buy a suit, so I found this. Anyway, I'm digging what they're doing with Cesaro and Seth. I want to see it a bit more in depth. All they have been doing is just Seth cuts a promo, Cesaro kicks someone's ass. Seth cuts a promo, Cesaro kicks someone's ass. Or he kicks his ass. So hopefully we get more of a say. I hope they fight as Fastlane and give a bigger spot to Cesaro for Mania, but we'll see.
I was just glad to see Murphy on my television.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Murphy's amazing.
He's been found.
Yeah, twice. 2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
I will actually even team Murphy and Aleister Black together.
I kind of want to get as far away from all that other stuff that they did this last year, the years and like leading up to it, and the Dominic stuff. I want So him and Cesaro is fine.
I'm just saying they could both. So you could do the black mask with that knee hit to the back as a tag move, and that shit looks sick. Just saying.
Oh my god, you want somebody decapitated? That's what you want.
I do.
I just pictured that in my head. That looked mean.
That would look fucking sick, wouldn't it? I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. You got two guys not working. They could work together, and they have similar styles. You could give him a little goth look, and there you go. Put a tattoo on his face. I don't know, fuck. Anyways, Cesaro defeats. It was a good match. It was fun. Natalya and Tamina defeat Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, and I actually like the little get-ups. They wearing red and black. It was all cute.
I thought that. This is probably the best that those two have been presented.
Yeah.
And they haven't had to say much. It's just that they remind you that they can win a match.
Well, I forgot. It started off with Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens show, and he stirred the pot for them too. And then they came out, and then they fought.
And Tamina got the win.
Tamina got the win.
All right, all good. I still feel that I'm always gonna hold the grudge because whenever somebody tries to do something and they don't let them get away with it, and don't let it flourish, it kind of pisses me off. So I'm still a little sad that Tamina can't be a character.
Yeah.
She can only be a wrestler.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe it just fits them better.
Yeah, it's pointing. It's
know.
good at right. It's pointing in the right direction and giving more tag teams into the women's division.
And it's also again, this is Reginald storyline 2.0. Nia Jackson, her boo, buying him suits.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed out she's buying him suits he already owns though, because they spotted out one of the suits from the shoot is one of the suits he wore like 2 weeks ago. So
it's the updated one. It's the upgrade.
Continuity.
It's like
makes him dance better.
Yeah.
It's like Yakuza when you upgrade your suit, but you don't actually change your suit.
Nope.
That's exactly what it is. They put Kevlar in the jacket now.
But again, it's the to the point we were making about Carmella.
Yeah.
This whole thing seems weird.
Yeah.
She destroyed a bottle in his face, and but she's not on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like she's a missing character. I feel like Carmella could hold her own against anybody, and it's sad that she's not on TV.
Yeah, she could at least talk. I don't know.
Big E comes out and threatens to murder a man, and I got scared. he calling the power of the gods to strike lightning on the motherfucker. I'm like, yo, Big E, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure enough.
He looked angry. He looked pissed. And he looked like he was going to eat someone's face off. That's all. And then he got into a fight with Sami Zayn. It was actually a really good match. Fun match to watch. Even that fucking powerbomb was great.
Mm-hmm.
Go Sammy. But good match. I'm looking forward to see Apollo and Big E go down at Fastlane.
I agree.
Absolutely. That was my promo of the week, was Big E.
Yeah.
I just love the way they shot it, too. The camera work was beautiful.
Yeah.
They kept like zooming in on his face, so you saw his emotions. And then I was getting a little discouraged when they kept going out. I was like, no, keep the camera in there. It looks better, as you can see, he's sharing his passion.
Yeah, they were trying. I think they were trying to get his symbol, the Kickstarter on it on the fucking thing. So that's why they kept zooming out.
Mm.
No, because they actually sponsor it. So I was like, it makes sense that they're trying to show like the Kickstarter thing. Because that's all he's been wearing, the T-shirt as well. He's wore his Kickstarter thing.
I was just gonna say, I think they heard the New Day podcast.
Yeah.
This week, because if you haven't heard it this week, Big E has like 20 minutes of just him talking about not being married to this one question.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Please listen to that. 20 minutes of Big E just going off and preaching. Yeah. I'm serious. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
So,
no babies this week.
No. That's what they said. No babies.
And our last segment of SmackDown was the Universal title contract signing. Pretty much it leads into chaos, another brawl from another wrestling federation, but it led into Daniel Bryan kicking the shit out of Edge.
I think that was well deserved.
Yes.
So
there we go.
Again, like I said to you, Mark, I think this is leading to a three-way.
I think it's gonna be a 3-way. I wouldn't mind it. I feel like we have not have a group match in WrestleMania in a long time, so I'm okay
Wait,
with that.
a triple threat WrestleMania match?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that'd be great. We saw that with Becky and Ronda in Charlotte, right?
yeah, but
2019.
for the main for the WWE title, for the Universal title, they never had one.
No, never. No, I don't think so.
And also it kind of highlights Bobby Lashley if his match is a 1-on-1, it kind of highlights it more, it being a 1-on-1 match, and then Universal being a triple threat, it kind of gives it at least 2 different world title matches.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine with that.
That's right.
So yeah, so pretty much Edge got kicked by Daniel Bryan. Pretty much they announced that there's gonna be a special enforcer for next week. So Edge is gonna fight Jey Uso and this is his first match in the 11 years on SmackDown. I think longer.
Okay. Wow.
They mentioned it, but I think it's like 11 years. It's his first match in 11 years on SmackDown. So basically, his first match against Jey Uso, and the winner is the referee special enforcer for Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan at Fastlane.
Gotcha.
Which
The one thing that keeps flashing in my head because of Daniel Bryan kicking him or kneeing him this week, and also that figure that they were showing with the shirt. The one thing that keeps ringing out in my head is, you don't like Edge?
Oh man, yeah. So
shout out to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Yeah, I'm about to talk about it in a few. So SmackDown was a solid show. I'll give it an A.
I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus. The women's stuff is a little funky. Because I feel like they don't have to be, you know what I mean? With the Reginald stuff, it's like, I'm not feeling it. I'm just personal.
I think they're making Reginald the star of the women's division.
It kind of feels like it.
Right.
He's the star of the women's tag team division, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're going to fight for Reginald on the stick.
I mean, why fight? Nia Jax is already claiming him. Come on.
Yeah. I don't think you can do that.
So I don't know, like that just left me with a sour taste in my mouth. Just how the women's division on NXT, they can do everything. They don't need no dude involved in the storyline, and it shines.
Yeah.
And in this one, they just got, you lost cause of Reginald.
Yeah. Yeah, same shit. Anyway, what you give SmackDown, Minion?
Between a B plus or A minus. Just the women's stuff, the whole Reginald thing, it kept throwing me off. He was on TV a lot.
He's getting more TV time than most of the women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The promos were fantastic, though. The promos were fantastic.
A little shout outs to Peyton Royce and her promo on Raw Talk. If you didn't get to listen to it. She showed a lot of passion, a lot of love. And we always said Peyton Royce is fucking great. Why not being used?
Yes.
Beats me. Because not only is she great, she's beautiful. So it's like, what does she not have? And then
she's not Charlotte, and she's on Raw.
And
that's literally all it is.
And where's Billy Kay? 2 weeks. No Billy Kay.
Damn.
Where's Billy Kay?
Already lost in the shuffle.
I'm getting tired of that shit. Billy Kay better be on next week.
Yes.
She should have her own talk show. To rival, you know what? Have her own talk show to rival Bailey's and have them have a match for a talk show on WrestleMania.
All right, that'd be great though.
I made a WrestleMania match. I have a feeling. I have a really strong feeling Bailey's gonna be the host of WrestleMania.
Okay.
I have a big feeling. She's gonna have her door at the entranceway and everything.
She's gonna open the door and John Cena's gonna come back out.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, finally, I was stuck in there for like a year.
Yeah.
I'm not here to hide my talents. In fact,
he's
guys.
Playing.
Yeah, I was actually watching it.
yeah. I was like, who's yelling at you? I was like,
wait,
damn, Emily's mad at you.
You can actually hear it?
Yeah, I was like, Emily's mad at him. Why don't you mute the mic? I don't want to hear the argument.
No. I don't know you could actually hear it.
Yeah, I hear it. But it's not music.
He's upset.
But it's not music, so we won't get copyright thing.
Okay.
But it was a really good promo, really strong promo, and I liked how clear she was, and she should be. She's not wrong.
True.
Again, Billy Kay to SmackDown, 2 weeks. You got 1 more week. You better be on next week, or you're gonna get an F.
Something, man. Something.
You won't get an F if she's not on next week.
She should knock on Aleister Black's door next week. There you go.
Right? She knocked on the wrong door. She's
and
looking
then,
for a Bailey, and
then she goes in. She goes in and starts doing the metal dance.
Yeah.
And then he starts headbanging, and then we have a new team. There you go.
We have a new. Oh wow! I actually will take that as a comedy team. That'd be cool. We'll see how funny Aleister Black could be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of scary, to be honest. All right, we're gonna go into our segment of the podcast we listen to. Pretty much, I have a few because I've been swamped with catching up with fucking everything because I watch a lot of shit because we do 5 other podcasts, so I'm always watching stuff. So, major shout out to Major. Honestly, I will shout out to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Just the fact that one gave me $10 off on NECA Ninja Turtle that I bought at Time Warp Toys, which is in Long Island, Smithtown, Long Island. They were dope. So went there last Saturday for Tenacious T's birthday. So shout outs to them. But also they announced the new wave of the WWE Elites and the Basics, and they have an Edge that pretty much looks like he has a skin shirt. Like he looks like he pretty much is wearing like temporary tattoos on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so like light green that it looks like his skin complexion, and you see his belly button through his shirt.
Edge looks like a Dominican guy in the '90s that I used to go to high school with.
Wow,
yes.
Wow,
that's how tight. That's how tight those shirts are.
No, did you see the figure? I'll show you the figure right now, Josh.
It's bad.
It's the color scheme, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it look like translucent and shit. It's really.
It looks like he has a tattoo on his chest. That's how
Mm-hmm.
tight his shirt is.
Yeah, so you see the belly button on it, and it looks like skin tight. The Roman Reigns I might have to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the first head of the table Roman.
And it comes with a head of the table head. Yes.
Yeah, the head of the table head and the man bun, angry man bun.
I see. That's cool. You make up for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the Edge one though, because the Edge one is just really hilarious because it's like
and the bald HBK. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, bald HBK, which a lot of people are like, oh look, it could be this guy.
Goldberg.
Nah, they were saying this guy, Aaron, the GM or whatever his name is, Adam Pearce.
Oh, Adam Pearce.
He said you could customize him to Adam Pearce.
That's really funny.
Dojovic Djokovic actually has a basic I kind of want right now.
Didn't he have one elite?
No.
He never had an elite? Oh.
This is his first figure.
Merc, to cut you off, I see that I wrote under the Major Figure Pod when they showed the pictures of Ed, I wrote, Edge looks like he's ready to go salsa with Chris Kattan's Saturday Night Live mango character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I wrote.
Yo, that Edge looks so... The face is fine. It's just that shirt is bad.
He got the crisp hairline, too.
But the HBK, looks, yo, I kind of just want the HBK because it's just the way it looks. He looks so lost. He just looks like he's happy to be there.
Yes.
Like, look what I did. I'm so happy to be here. Look,
he's so happy to have cut his hair off. Yes.
And that Scarlet Bordeaux, that shit looks like a ripoff in the 99-cent store.
So what I was saying is, so the series that Killian Cross First Elite came in, there's a Liv Morgan with her old all black look. I was like, yeah, you could just use her as Scarlet.
It doesn't look. That bodysuit doesn't look good. Like her face scan is awesome. Again, you know the favorites because they get when they show the Killian Cross figure, Karrion Cross figure, it's almost a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
That's like the Baron Corbin. That's one of the best faces I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But
the basic Killer Cross doesn't look that good. He looks like a reject. He looks like a bootleg Austin.
Okay. No, that one right there looks amazing.
Actually, that Killer Cross face, you could use that one more for Adam Pearce. You could
he doesn't have a tattoo on his neck.
If you buy the Triple H that's in the suit, you could just put that head on the Triple H.
Damn.
Because that's one of the ones they mentioned. But yeah, the Scarlet Bordeaux, she doesn't look that great. Like I said, Liv Morgan from that series. Use Liv Morgan as Scarlet for now until they make a better one. because it looks just like her. But yeah, I just wanted to spot out that Edge shirt. This shit was terrible. It's so terrible. Yeah. So yeah, I always shout out to Major Wrestling for your podcast because it's like one of my favorite podcasts. And shout out to them. I just got Retromania, but sadly, I still don't got the game code because they still haven't got the Switch game code. So I'm still waiting on the game. But I got the physical copy that I actually got signed autographed by Brian Myers and Matt Cardona.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Which is random. I heard it was random shit. Like some people got the Legion of Doom, some people got
Oh man, that's gotta be
Jeff
worth
Cobb, some people got
buco bucks.
there was
dog.
two of each. There's two in each pack. I got Cardona and Brian Myers, and I actually got one of the signed ones because there were like I think 50 signed sent out.
Yo, if you get the
You
Legion
lucked
of
out.
Doom,
Yeah.
before,
This, you know what's funny is like this is not the first time I got something off of Brian Myers that's signed, because we do for their Patreon they do like monthly cards, and both Brian Myers cards that I got are both signed.
mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, that's my dude.
Well, you know, anything that I got from the Pro Wrestling T box that had to do with those two, they're yours.
Yes, and I love you for it.
Because apparently, like those micro brawlers, they were exclusive. They're not coming out.
Yo, you want to know how much they go for now? The two
How
that
much?
you gave me, they both go for about $200 each.
Oh, so look, you got it for free.
Yeah, exactly. They
For
go for
your
$200
love
each.
and passion of them.
Yeah, those are my favorite guys. Like I love their podcast. Shout outs to the True Long Island Story. So if you're interested in the Zack Ryder story with the Zack Ryder character and things like that, that's one to listen to. That's part of their major network. That's been coming out every Wednesday. It's been actually a really interesting story because he tells you kind of the what he was doing during the time when the recordings of those episodes were. So he'll tell you the rivalry he was in and what they were going through and things like that. So it's a very good insight, and I think Smart Mark is really good with narrating it and actually like directing it into ways to tell like really interesting questions about it. So I give a lot of credit to that.
Nah, that sounds like that sounds awesome. Just doesn't change how generic he is in the ring.
No, that's true. But yeah, so Major Network, they have a bunch of podcasts coming out. Extreme Talks, Extreme Conversations with Brian Myers is getting an episode next month. I think he got Francine again. I think he got Roadkill. And there's two other ones that he haven't mentioned yet, so we're gonna get another one with him. If you did not get to listen to the first one, Minion, I'll send you the link to it. It's actually a really good thing with Brian Myers. Yep. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll send you the link so you can check it out because it's a really good podcast. So he's coming out with another one next month, so we got something coming. Oral Sessions had Paul White. That was a good conversation. I also listened to the Christian one, which was actually a really good conversation as well. What else they got?
I hope they listen to Paul White. That's all I gotta say.
Yes. Paul White was good. The Christian one was really good too. I actually enjoyed that one. The New Day, Feel the Power, Brunches for Everyone is the episode. I love those guys. They're fucking hilarious. They always make me laugh. So it's always a fun cast to watch, listen to. I have been skipping a lot of the Chris Van Vliet because there haven't been episodes I was interested in. So I haven't listened to his cast in a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't listened to his podcast in a long time. And
then Kurt Angle's, which you put me on, I shot you out last week. The No Way Out 2006 was a good. It was an interesting episode.
I love that podcast.
Yeah.
I'm on to episode 4, so I'm like behind on it.
Yeah.
Has he ever talked about the match with him and Shane?
Not yet.
I need to hear about that. I need to hear those two sit down and talk about that.
So far, his episodes is WrestleMania 19 with Brock. He talks about his debut on episode 2, his retirement match at episode 3. Episode 4 is WrestleMania 21. That's when he fought Shawn Michaels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next two are No Way Out 2001, and then No Way Out 2006.
You know, it was
Okay.
sad to me listening to the podcast, the episode 3 of the
Yeah.
Kurt Angle show, because it was like he really wanted John Cena to put him in retirement
Yeah,
because that was his debut match. That was
Yeah.
John Cena's debut match, right?
yeah,
But then didn't you? He sounded kind of delusional. He said he wanted to be in the main event picture,
yeah.
and it was like he couldn't even move at one point anymore.
Nah, he was.
He says it. He says it in that what was that? That TLC match that he joined the Shield.
Yeah,
He said that he ruptured something and he just could not move at all.
yeah. So I honestly like. I think Cena would have been the safest bet too, but I knew they wanted to do something with Corbin. But honestly, the win didn't really do much for him.
No, it didn't. The problem was that WrestleMania was 7 hours. So
Yeah,
and they were like match number 14.
yeah,
But that's no matter what. I'm loving that the show. I love Conrad Thompson, the way he interviews him. He keeps the conversation going, and he asks tough questions.
yeah. I like him also on because I used to listen to the Eric Bischoff cast, and Conrad was on that for a while. It's 83 Weeks it's called. That was actually an interesting cast. If the earlier episodes, because if you go to the ones that it was like WWF versus WCW, he really goes into the depth in it, and it's actually really interesting to listen to.
Wow.
But he also like co-hosts that one as well. He does a bunch of them. After the bell had Bailey. Was a fun conversation.
Yeah, that was a good episode, actually.
Yeah. And
I gotta listen to that.
yeah, that was actually really fun. We are getting the FWF Major Dome that's coming very soon. I think it's before WrestleMania weekend. They're gonna do the next draft for the FWF and the Major Wrestling
Nice.
Freaker Pod.
Can't wait.
So
Can't
I'm
wait.
actually, but it's not Myers. Myers is not doing it.
It's okay.
So I think it's gonna be one of the guys that helped the cast. So we'll see.
As long as the EVP of Thrill Zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Last but not least, this is a little segment we're gonna have gripes with wrestling. It's created by I'll give Minion an opinion. He's the one that brought the idea up. So I'll let you go first. Some gripes that you have with just in general wrestling could be one fed or all the feds or the same shit. It doesn't matter.
So this week my gripe is with AEW. So my gripe is the unveiling of MJF's new faction.
Okay.
It's all former WWE guys.
Right. It is.
And Sean Spears hasn't been used in how long? We don't even know how relevant he is anymore.
Well, I think they did a good job in him coming out to save Tully. So at least they brought that back, the fact that he's still with Tully.
I mean, also, the biggest gripe I have also is what you guys mentioned when we did the rundown. There are way too many factions in AEW.
Oh, it's all factions.
Way too many factions.
I'm surprised the women don't have a faction yet.
Yeah, and this
not-
faction doesn't
Technically-
make any sense to me because how did
Technically they
FTR
do.
get aligned with them?
Wait, technically they do? Who?
Brandy. She's in the Nightmare family, right?
Oh, yeah, you're
Well,
right.
yeah, but she's
And technically,
Red Velvet.
the girl, Red Velvet is aligned. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Too many gangs.
That's my gripe. Too
What?
many gangs in AEW, and how did FTR become aligned with MJF?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they explain their actions. So what is your gripe, Mike?
My gripe is still talent being misused across mostly the WWE programming. It's mainly not NXT,
Yeah.
but Raw and SmackDown. There's still people signed to the company that you just don't ever see.
But they don't want to let them go either.
And the
which is
reason,
sad.
yeah, they don't let them leave. And the reasons that you don't see them, it's just not strong enough. I feel as a fan of the product, like, listen, if you're going to try to tell me from behind the scenes that you can't let a man in tights come out in the ring and do what he do because you got nothing for him, that's BS at this point. Because you can let them be themselves in that ring and they can spark something
Yeah.
just out of having a match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some people whose talking isn't their strong point, but they can still find a way in the ring to make you feel something. Not everybody. Now, granted, some people like Apollo specifically, he had to find something to make him stand out because in the ring he made me not care. I could care less.
Yeah, I remember.
He's a handsome man who does what he does good, but I didn't care.
He's
Aleister Black did not have to. We say what?
He did a lot of soft moves.
Yeah, he felt like nothing he did hurt.
Yeah,
but Aleister Black doesn't have to say anything, and he can tell me something by the way he moves, by the way he does his moves, by the way he selects to do certain things in between his moves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Andrade, the same thing.
Yeah.
But because you aren't feeling it, that's not enough for me.
Yeah.
To like say I don't want to see these guys. They're making decisions for the fans, and then the fans are asking for the people. Now, here's the thing that bothers me was they keep coming out with mandates. We're listening to the fans, and it's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You listen to some things, not all the things. You're selective hearing with the fans.
And the thing that makes me more mad is that they pretend that the majority of the fans are terrible because of how some people are on social media when there's been a solid core of people sticking with them throughout the pandemic. It's like not everybody's hate watching what you put out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that love to watch wrestling because it's an escape.
Yeah.
But when there's people that you just decide, you're not entertaining enough. It's like not everybody needs to be the goddamn Undertaker.
No,
not everybody needs to be Stone Cold. Come on, man. You have stars already that like Sasha.
Yeah.
Don't. You're not sacrificing making Sasha and subsequently Bianca Belair stars. You're not failing by putting this man with kick pads on my television screen.
No, you're not.
You're not. You're not sacrificing them. You know what I mean? You're rotating.
Yeah.
So it just bugs me.
I agree with that. Like I feel like the main roster should learn very much how to rotate. I think we don't need to see Roman Reigns every episode. Honestly, Roman Reigns is not really on every episode. He has a segment here and there, but he's not really like physically there a lot of the time. He'll do his promo or his him on the table, but he won't go to the ring some episodes. You know. I feel like those are the times that you capitalize on making new stars. I remember enhanced matches to help build stars to get them back into rotation. Vignettes. We could get a fucking Aleister Black vignette and get him back into the rotation. There's a lot of things you can do that you're not doing. Vignettes are big key. The only one that has a vignette right now is Rhea Ripley. Keith Lee disappeared. Where'd he go? I know he's not hurt right now, so where'd he go? And he's one of your bigger stars, and he's one of the guys that you're really backpacking on the big man kind of thing and helping them train other big men. So there's something there that's missing, and I feel like the writers, it's a big mix of everyone. It's between the writers, between Vince McMahon, between just not understanding a character when you should just let them figure it out. Give them the mic, let them talk. Aleister Black is not a bad talker. He just has an accent. Other than that, he's not a bad talker. He knows how to he knows how to talk his character. He had good promos on Raw, on NXT and shit like that. So I have seen that before. Honestly, dude, you had some of the best rivalry between Aleister Black and freaking Andrade. You could easily just have them fight again, or even have them like. There's a lot of things you could do, but there's a sad thing of when talent is not being used. Because even Chad Gable, he's getting TV time, but he's still not winning.
I just the thing about Chad Gable is I feel that that Otis is the biggest star, quote unquote,
100%.
that they see, and they just he's attached to Otis. It's not the other way around. Even though we see the second coming of Kurt Angle and Chad Gable, even he knows that. He knows that.
And sad thing, his contract is up soon.
It just feels really odd, the decisions that some people are making, and you know, the one thing that really shows that I don't know if it's favoritism, I don't know if it's some type of like clickiness or whatever, is the number one thing I feel that you can do for people who, okay, fine, you can't give them 10 minutes on this show, but how come they can't have a backstage something?
Yeah,
that's so lazy.
And again,
Yo,
there's-
what happened to hype packages for anybody besides?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we got Rhea Ripley, but like, yo, doesn't it seem like they forgot the art of the hype package for somebody who's not
It hasn't been there
like
for
top
a while.
5-star?
Yeah.
It seems like, yo, they don't know how to do anything with anybody that they don't have a immediate high profile plan for. They just lost the art of making the minor, I don't want to say minor league, but the smaller stars. They just forgot that art. Like,
Yeah.
you used to care about people like Gangrel and them because, not for nothing, they was always around in some way. It's
And
not that he was like, yo, Gangrel was the dude because he was over. He was that he used to have 5-star matches and everything. No, he was just there in some capacity.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, even D'Lo Brown, he wasn't like the GOAT, but he was there in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? People had something to do. And there's less people and more time. How you're not finding something for these people to do?
Yeah. No, I agree. Minion, you have anything to say?
No, nothing. I agree. Totally agree with you both.
I feel like, again, like the whole. All right, if you're not gonna use them before WrestleMania, that's fine, because then you could right the day after WrestleMania is usually the big day of guys coming back, that guys returning, things like that. This is when you start doing the vignettes to build them back up to after WrestleMania.
Why not?
You need new challengers, right? You never seen Aleister Black versus fucking Bobby Lashley. You never see Andrade. Well, did we see Andrade? Yeah,
I think we did see that. I think he did fight Bobby Lashley.
But you never seen Andrade fight Roman Reigns or Edge or Daniel Bryan in that sense, and you could put him as this new the returning guy that has a big profile. Or even don't even shoot them straight to the world titles. Shoot them to the IC title. Shoot them to the US title. Like again, tag teams. We need tag teams. Put them in tag teams. I don't fucking care. Just put them on TV. And there's a lot of things you could do with that. Same thing with the women. The women, I feel like they only use the 4 women, and that's it. When they have a whole roster of women, there's at least 6 to 8. There's at least 8 to 10 women on each roster, and we probably only see 4.
And they don't get to say anything.
No. So
they're stuck in this. I don't know what happened. If the creative director of Raw is different, and what I mean by that is, don't you notice that whenever it's somebody we haven't seen for a while, the number one thing they end up doing is standing backstage and having a generic interview?
Yeah.
Instead of having something interesting happen with them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, why are Mandy and Dana? They're not really seen in the capacity of, let's get to know these people.
Yeah.
The last time they had them on the thing, they had a generic interview promo, and Charlotte came and one-upped them at the end. What?
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? They could have been off doing something, building character. They could have been like training. They could have been showing them shopping. They could have been showing them like shooting deer.
Yeah.
There's no creativity no more.
Yeah.
But the backstage stuff, they think all the creativity is supposed to be for the Fiend.
Yeah.
And Alexa. There's no creativity when it comes to anybody else. You can't have this. You can't have that. You just got to be a wrestler and happy to be there.
Yeah, it's a big issue. And also, honestly, I won't say just WWE suffers in that. I feel at times AEW as well, because I think AEW right now is getting very crowded.
But I think they have more creativity with what each person can do. I may not like Miro, his stuff, but that's not the norm. Yeah. I may not like Kip Sabian, but it's not, they haven't made me like him as a character so far.
Yeah.
But what he's doing is not the norm. The Orange Cassidy and his crew, they're still not just generic things. They have a thing.
Yeah.
Jericho and the Inner Circle, they have their own spin on a group. Like the Nightmare Family.
They're generic.
For the most part,
they're generic.
They had something with Dustin and they're picking up with Dustin and QT.
Yeah, they're generic.
But like they started out though as like this really like lovable faction, because when they had the match with the two brothers before everybody got tired of Cody.
I've been tired of Cody.
But I'm just saying, like, there's different angles you can come at people being a wrestler.
Yeah.
The Murder Hawk has a different thing because him and Jake have these, scary ass vignettes of them talking about the thinly veiled attempts at murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Pac and his trio are in the sewers somewhere. They're dank and they're talking about whatever. Darby Allin is usually killing himself.
Yeah.
but it's not the same thing for everybody. Yes,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
hit.
agree. Yeah.
It doesn't hit all the time. I get that. 100%, but it's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, and I feel like, again, like WWE has a huge roster, and there's a lot of ways to do it. Like, again, like, I still see the IC title being a big group match in WrestleMania. I think that's the easiest way you could do. Is the easiest way you could elevate 6 guys in one match. Is have the IC title up, because the IC title is the one that got mostly defended on the ladder match. Besides that, in the tag title. I think the IC title is known for that ladder match. So bring back the ladder match. You're going to have 6 guys there. Honestly, 2 of those guys could be mystery guys, or 2 of those guys could be guys that you want to improve.
I just still think there's more work to be done, and they're not doing it.
100%. 100%. There's a lot. Because, again, and it's also take advantage of these wall talks. Take advantage of the SmackDown talks. Take advantage of the YouTube videos and vignettes and things like that. Get these vignettes playing. Get these fucking vignettes playing to a point that you get tired of seeing them and you just want to see the fucking wrestler.
The only person who made me care about Retribution is Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
It's Mustafa Ali. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and
he put that work in, not them.
Yeah, and honestly, like, most of the work for the Retribution was because of his Twitter or his Instagram, not even the fucking wrestling,
or his Raw talks. That's about it.
His Raw talks are great, but I think he told more a story on his Twitter and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's in order though. He did those first, and then the Raw talks came, and then because remember he wasn't on Raw talk. He did those Twitter and Instagram posts, right?
Yeah.
And then slowly gained some traction, and then they let him on Raw talk, and then remember they gave him the gag order.
Yeah.
So again, they tried to stifle him, and he even took that and spun it into saying it on comment, like saying it to the commentators. They don't want to let me talk. They won't give me a live mic. Like, again, he's doing more work to make himself relevant in every opportunity that they don't give him.
Yeah, I agree.
It's messed up.
I'll say my little gripe, and I'm just gonna say this as a statement: no more call-outs for NXT. Keep everyone in NXT.
I agree.
Leave them alone. Let them have their fun. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. This one's an extra large show. Minion, you still there?
No, yeah, I'm just listening to you guys. That's all it was.
Any last things?
No, you hit it on the head. The only thing I can say is that from what we get from everybody that's done like a podcast, they always say that the WWE it's always planned months and months in advance. So I guess this is why we just continue to wait, and we have to wait. It sucks to say, but really, in order for somebody to get pushed, sometimes somebody needs to get injured. Yeah. Kurt Angle said it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. You can follow us on Red Cycling on Spotify is the main source. You could get all our cast on there. So definitely check those out. We have the Not a Trekkie. We have the Morphin Cast. We have the Gamer Rage. We have the Shell Shock, and also our Against Paradise Rap podcast. So definitely check those out. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitch TV, and SoundCloud, all Mark with the Mic. And also follow, again, Red Cyclone Inc. on Spotify.
Follow us anywhere and everywhere, Red Cyclone Inc. That's Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That's Spotify. That's SoundCloud, and also YouTube.
Yep.
Check it out. And we have a WordPress, y'all. Check it out.
Yep. You want them to follow you, Joshy?
No, don't follow me.
Don't follow him. Just like Big E. You don't need your follows. Actually, he wants your follows now because he has a Kickstarter. But after that, you don't have to follow him.
I got one thing to say. You guys are great. Great dynamic. I hope you guys take the podcast to the moon.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes.
And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Because he's got sandwiches and he's not supposed to have them. It's 2021, y'all.
Damn right. Alistair Black kicked them sandwiches off his leg.
But they censored it on TV. So it's just Jinkies and a sandwich flying out of his hand. You don't know how it happened.
He got John Cena's powers.
If only, right?
I'm still waiting on my invisible. See, I think all my creative shit for the Fiend would have been amazing if Randy Orton could have F4 attitude adjust himself in the Elimination Chamber and then lose. That would have been amazing. You know, you'd be like, that's John Cena's fucking spirit. Fucking A. They could do it. They could do it.
Yes, they could. Yeah, they could.
They have the technology. People are not in there no more. They could do it.
Man.
They just don't want to, and it makes me mad. Anyway, peace out, laters, and thank you, Minion, for joining us this week. And hopefully we get you on before WrestleMania for our WrestleMania predictions.
Ooh, that'd be great. Thank you, guys.